The trade war may be causing cracks in Team Canada. Danielle Smith is seeking allies in Texas, while Ontario's premier has landed a meeting with Trump officials. Some political watchers wonder which Trump tariff strategy is paying off. CTV's Chelan Skulski reports.
They withdrew their little threat.
That little threat was the Ontario Premier's pause on a 25% surcharge on electricity sent from his province to the U.S.
Canada's absolutely one of the worst. And we, when I say worst in terms of charging tariffs.
Despite that criticism from the U.S. president, the threat from Doug Ford may be paying off, landing that premier a meeting with the U.S. Commerce Secretary on Thursday.
Our message down there tomorrow is let's stop this. It's going to hurt both economies. It's American people that are going to get hurt.
The conversation tomorrow will be what can we do to deal with this completely unjustified application of tariffs to steel and aluminum from Canada that came into effect today.
Canada's finance minister will attend Thursday's meeting after Ottawa hit the U.S. with $29.8 billion in reciprocal tariffs in response to 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum. The new tariffs announced hours before premiers met on the issue, Alberta's premier calling that meeting a frank and healthy conversation, emphasizing her plan to pursue a primarily diplomatic approach to avoid escalation.
We've already seen what a combative approach produces, which is escalation, which again is going to result in more job losses, higher tariffs, counter tariffs, retaliatory tariffs, all day long.
Alberta's trade minister defends the premier's push for diplomacy, underscoring there is no chance Alberta will consider counter taxes.
The premier's been very clear that she won't support an export tax on Alberta's energy.
Politically, that's where the pressure comes because, you can't just sort of sit back and necessarily be perceived as taking it.
This political scientist says it's impossible to say whether it's Smith's good cop or Ford's bad cop strategy that is working.
What's the payoff to these strategies? And it's hard to say because, we'll see if Doug Ford gets anything permanent out of all this tomorrow.
Smith returns to Alberta from the U.S. tonight. Chelan Skulski, CTV News, Edmonton.